everyone, Bungle, hope you're doing well and I hope you're having a great day. Today we are going over the T-34 for Russia and the Battle of Moscow campaign. Now diving in right away with an overview, this tank is unlocked at level 37, and keep in mind to use this tank you need to have the T-34 class unlocked at level 34. Now moving down to the performance, the real question is here, Bungle, how does a T-34 perform? And well, right away, we're going to talk about its main armament with its 76mm L-11 cannon. This cannon pretty much comes with two types of rounds. And the armor-piercing high-explosive ballistic cap shell, which pretty much will one-shot any German tank, no problem. There really isn't any German tank that's currently in the game that's heavily armored that can stop this shell. I mean, honestly, this tank is just ridiculous. You will one-shot any German tank, no problem. You could be falling asleep. Even a Panzer II-C is kind of funny. They'll be shooting at you trying to think they can kill you, and you just one-shot them. So yeah, it's very, very, very ridiculous. And then the high explosive is okay. The T-28 is better in my opinion when it comes to just dealing with infantry and crowd control, because you have all those R2-D2 machine gun turrets, and then you also have a quick reloading high explosive shell that just destroys infantry. But when we talk about the performance of the T-34's HE shell, it's okay. It's not bad. It's also not great. It's okay. It's mediocre. Now, when we talk about, its anti-infantry performance, we can also talk about a 7.62mm, a DT machine gun, which is coaxial, and this is good just for crowd control, stopping players from trying to rush up to you and use a demo pack on you. Now, when we talk about armor, and mobility of this tank, like I said, this is pretty much the best tank at Moscow currently. The armor in this tank is basically nearly invulnerable. I mean, you will pretty much be invulnerable to any German tank, especially German anti-tank guns. If they don't know what they're doing, you will most likely just steamroll the entire German team with this tank. The mobility is so good, you can just move away from demo packs being thrown at you. Of course, if a German player tries to suicide bomb you, you can be took out that way. But in general, this tank is pretty much invulnerable. Really, it's just kind of hard to counter this tank, especially if you're playing as Germany, just because, like I said, there's really nothing in the arsenal kit that's strong against this tank. And demo packs are a hit or miss, because sometimes it'll blow up near the tank and it will do no damage to it. So it's just, the T-34 is just very, very, very strong currently in the Battle of Moscow campaign. Now, when we talk about, is it worth it? I'm gonna say yes. When we talk about all the content that I've kind of covered and Enlisted, and this is pretty much a great example of one of the best pieces of equipment you can grind for in Enlisted. Pretty much the T-34 is, like I said, nearly invincible. You can just steamroll an entire enemy team. The only times you're going to be taken out is if you're not paying attention and someone gets to jump on you and actually throws you nicely placed demo pack to explode your tank, or they suicide bomb you. But other than that, I mean, this tank is just nearly invulnerable. I mean, like I said, you can run around, just has great mobility, has great armor, it has a really powerful gun that can one-shot enemy tanks. Like, honestly, this tank is just very, very strong. And it's unfortunate that Germany didn't really get anything to kind of counter this tank, like a Panzer IV F2, heck, even a Stug or a Hetzer or something at least that could kind of go at least toe-to-toe with the T-34. But honestly, like I said, Panzer IVs, especially the short-barreled 75mm cannon, will struggle to penetrate this. Maybe there's that premium player out there with the heat shell that can kind of deal with you. But other than that, I mean, like I said, this tank is nearly invulnerable, and I would highly recommend picking it up. But other than that, for this point in the video, new viewer, possible new subscriber, I hope today is the day that I earn your subscription. Have your sub and mash that like button. It does help me. The YouTube algorithm, returning sub, returning viewer, let me know your thoughts. Other than that, I hope you all have a great day. Take care.